Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Talk about the rumor mill at all?
Which one? There are no, but I think they may have a still in the town.
Oh.
The daughter's JV coach.
Just wondering what
So they have the JV girls basketball coach said he would step up and be the point person for now. And yeah, but you know what? He was like thumb hazing. Like no one got hurt. Wasn't anything physical.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard what it was.
I didn't hear what it was.
So they send the girls on a scavenger hunt.
You know what? We'll talk about this later. The game's gonna start.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Good afternoon and welcome to this AACS 15 Sports presentation. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Patton. Dave Angel is on camera. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. And I forgot, oh, that's right. We're not going to have graphics for this broadcast. We'll edit them in later. Anyway, today it's boys lacrosse action as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers host the Stoughton Black Knights. There we go. Now I can hear myself. Attleboro coming off a good season last year, 6-13 in the first year under Coach Jim Black. He's back for year two. They reached the Division I round of 32 playoffs. Stoughton in the second year under Coach Sean Rockwood, 3-15 last year. They come back this year with only one senior on the roster compared to 19 seniors for Attleboro. Kevin, what are we expecting today on this sunny, cool day with a howling wind?
Yeah, it's usually a howling wind up here in the booth. No, this should be a hard-fought game. This is Stoughton's second year back as varsity, so they've got a young crew. I think they have a freshman goalie who's ready to step in, and they've got some guys with varsity experience from last year, and their coach their coach thinks they're going to come out and play to the final whistle.
Absolutely, Sean. Rockwood, his comment was, our guys this year are physically and mentally prepared to work every game for 48 minutes. Respect will be earned this year. We're a rebuilding and reloading program with athletes who will compete like nobody has ever seen before. The older players know what it takes to be successful in the Hawk, and they have to teach the defensive players. It's not as much about wins and losses for them as much as playing tenacious and dedicated lacrosse. A lot of football players on this Stoughton team, including Coach Rockwood's son, Sean Rockwood, who was the quarterback on last year's team. He can relate to Drake May of the Patriots quarterback. Difficult to play the position when you're running for your life a lot, but he's certainly tough enough. J.P. Gay wins his first face-off of the day. He's been outstanding in Attleboro's first 3 games. He's won 38 out of 51 draws. Now that's 39 out of 52.
Yeah, he's had a great first couple of games here. There's a shot there by. It's good to see Logan Pembroke back. I think he missed the last game due to a little knee problem.
Yeah. Stoughton moving in the black uniforms, orange numbers, white trim, heading right to left. Attleboro in their white with their royal blue shorts and numbers. And the ball is knocked away. Nice defensive play by the Bombardiers. Matt Silva, returning captain on defense. There's number 2, Austin Bissett, also a hockey player.
And a football player.
And football player. Captain
of all 3. He's captain of the lacrosse team, too.
Wow. Here comes Stoughton coming the other way. Our first turnover. Whoops, that ball is free. Picked off by the Bombardiers. Pavlos Parnos, yeah.
That's got to be a push in the back. It's going to be Attleboro ball.
And a flag is down. We'll see if this will be a man-up situation. And I don't know if that's number 8 heading off for a sub or heading to the sin bin. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do think it'll be a man-up situation for the Bombardiers early on. Ooh. Got to get my notepad out so I can keep track of the score.
This Brody Shaw with the ball. He's having a breakout year so far. This could be his year.
Yeah. Brody had 22 points last season. Nate Conroy led the team with 13 assists. Landon Vieira had 45 points, 32 goals. Look for a lot from Conroy, too. Pass up front, shot is wide out of the basket of number 9, Brody Shaw. Speaking of hockey players, we covered one of his games this year when he had the hat trick. Turn up my crowd mic a bit. 10.5 to go. First period, 4 12-minute quarters. Back up top, that's Pembroke.
Landon, missed the pass.
Yeah. Scooped up. Yep. Scooped up by the freshman goaltender, Joey Toppin. Stoughton in their starting lineup had Jackson Arnold, Xavier Vicente, both football players, and Devin Rossi Benson. I think he is too on defense. Starting in the midfield was Major Harding, Aiden Lewis, Tyler Silverado. And at attack, Sean Rockwood, Anthony Ferreira, and Bryce Russo. Bombardiers start in goal, Joey Toppin. Bombardiers' Ethan Avalar has been outstanding as a senior goaltender.
Yeah, Ethan's a good goaltender. He didn't play last year. He came back for his senior year, and he's been outstanding.
Here come the Stoughton Knights with numbers. The Black Knights rolling in front. Spinning, left-handed shot. Nice defense. That's behind the net. That was nice defense by number 23 for the Bombardiers, Aiden Ross, a junior. Approaching 9.5 minutes to go, first period. There's number 17, Sean Rockwood, coach's son. Behind the net. Team's back at full strength, by the way. Pass in front. Another nice defensive play by Ross. And Avalar scoops up the ball, starts the fast break.
That's Sean Marr passing out to Matt Silva.
There we go.
Had a goal 2 games ago.
Long stick midfielder. Pass just fails to connect with number 10, Michael Sawyer. Is he part of the Dave Sawyer family?
He sure is.
I thought we were done having to call those kids names. No.
Nice pass.
Well, beautiful in front. Scoring The assist goes to number 8. The goal is that
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Mikey Sawyer.
Sawyer with the goal. Conroy with the assist.
Coach Jim Black calls Conroy the point guard of this team.
Yep.
And he just fed Mikey Sawyer on a beautiful cut, put
There
it
he
right where it needs to be, right in his stick, up by his ear for a quick shot.
So that might be Sawyer's first goal of the year. I'm looking at the previous stats. I think it is. Second face-off.
No, he had 2 goals
Oh.
1 game ago. I can't remember which game. The
Oh,
Taunton
there it is.
game.
2 goals against Bridgewater Raynham.
Bridgewater Raynham, right?
Yep. 2 face-off wins for the Bombardiers now. JP Guy. That pass gets away. Turnover. Anyway, Attleboro started. Matt Silva, JP Guy at the face-off circle, and Landon Vieira in the midfield. Marr, Kettle, and Ross on defense. Conroy, Parnos, and Bradshaw started at attack. But again, Coach Black substitutes those players a lot, keeps them moving. He says he plans to use the long stick midfielder more this season. And there's the long stick midi with the, whoops, nope, he got the ball to Conroy. Is Conroy a senior yet? Yes, he is.
He's going to Nichols College next year to play lacrosse.
Home of the Bison. Good acceleration. Nice pass there to Shaw, who also wears 9 in hockey. That makes it easy for me. 13, that's Bradshaw. Right side. Ball is free, ground ball. Huge key to the game of lacrosse. Coming away with that, number 25, Parnos. Pass in front, score.
Brody Shaw.
You didn't have to see the pass on that, did you?
It was from Pavi,
Wow.
number 25.
Whoops.
And
Yep.
Shaw picked it up off the ground and put it in.
Pavi with the assist. Shaw with the goal. 2-0 Bombardiers, 7:31 to go, first quarter. Okay, so that was 25 to 9, and the first one was 8 to 10. Third draw. JP Guy wins his third. And again, if you've watched our broadcast in years past, when I'm benevolent czar, we are taking the face-off away after every goal. Drives lacrosse coaches nuts when I say that. If you're scored on, you get the ball behind the net, let's get on with it. Having said that, the rule's never going to change. And boy, it's good to have JP Guy taking those draws.
Yeah. The only coaches that want that rule gone are the people that don't have a good face-off person.
Driving to the right.
Vieira, nice shot.
Good save by Topin. Unofficially his second. Stoughton looking for their first shot on goal. Ball at midfield. Bumped up by the defense. Ground ball. Scooped up by the Bombardiers' Bradshaw. Nice defense there for Stoughton. Tough to read those big block numbers. I'm going to move this way a little more so I can. Taking it up. Cross midfield, bringing the long stick into the offense. That's number 2, Xavier Vicente, outstanding football player.
I think that was supposed to be a pass that went awry, and
Yeah.
it fooled Ethan.
And Vicente with the goal to make it 2-1 with 6:13 to go first period. Long stick midi with the goal. Attleboro 2. Whoops. Stoughton 1 on their first shot on goal. Who's taking the draw for Stoughton? Taking the face-offs will be either number 4, Major Harding, number 9, Aiden Lewis, and on occasion, Tyler Silviero. And you can hear the wind in our crowd, Mike. JP Guy is 4th draw control. And I believe that's Pembroke. Using his speed, penetrating. Nice job defensively there by Devin Rossi Benson. Black Knights control the ball, coming the other way.
Pavi
Scoops
steal.
up. Yep.
Over to Bradshaw. Here comes Conroy.
You think that was loud enough, that call for timeout? Attleboro will take the first timeout with 5:47 to go in the first quarter. They lead 2-1. We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Patton, Dave Angel on camera, Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. As everybody from Attleboro watching knows, number 4, the face-off specialist, is JP Gay, not JP Guy. And I was talking to JP before the game.
At least you only had to call him JP.
Yes, exactly. He's heading into the trades after high school graduation, which means he'll be making a lot more money, at least for the first 4 years after high school, to all those schmucks who are going to college.
And not have to write a check to the Student Loan Association.
Yes. So an emphatic timeout called by the Bombardiers. 5:47 to go, first quarter, 2-1. Attleboro beat Bridgewater Raynham in an unbelievable first game of the season, 7-6. Knocked off Taunton, 10-1. We're playing Canton tough. They were tied 5-5 midway through the third quarter, and then Canton rattled off 6 straight goals. Pembroke driving, shooting, scoring off the break. That's Pembroke's first goal of the game, and Attleboro has a 3-1 lead with 5:36 to go. So whatever Coach Black said during that timeout, it worked.
Yeah, in that case, it looked like, hey, Logan, use your speed.
Yep.
Which he has plenty of, and he just beat the guy, and no one slid for Stoughton on defense, and he saw the opening and took it.
Major Harding taking the face-off for Stoughton. Tough assignment for a freshman. And again, Sean Rockwood wanting to rebuild this program. Ground ball. Attleboro comes up with it, so 5 draw controls for the Bombardiers and J.P. Gay. Good ball movement. The ball is down now, though. His scooping up the ground ball was Parnos. Up top to number 3. There's Matt Silva with a long stick. Now JP's heading off, and coming on is Logan Pembroke. Behind the net, Conroy scoops it up. Again, it's 4th year playing varsity, and he spent a lot of time behind the net. In front, shooting, nice save. 3rd save of the game for Taupin. Conroy tracks it down. He was closest when it went out of bounds. 5 minutes to go. Here, Coach Rockwood yelling, deny, deny, forcing Conroy all the way up top. There's Parnos. Pass into the trees, and then looped to the right side. Pembroke.
Oh, he had.
Yeah. I thought he had
Vieira.
Yep. And again, Landon Vieira, 45 points last year, including 32 goals. Was that a shot or a pass, Kevin?
That was a shot.
And that's wide?
Wide. Yeah, Landon Vieira, he can score in bunches.
4:33 to go as we restart. Wind is blowing left to right as you look at your screen. Doesn't really have much of an effect in lacrosse. Conroy behind the net. Defense packed in. Good job. Trying to read that number who got his long stick on that. Out of bounds. Good work defensively for the Black Knights by Xavier Vicente, who's a hitter on the football field. High pass that Conroy ropes in. Speaking of high passes, that goes over Parnos' stick. Scooped up top by Pembroke. Left side Parnos. Left shot. That's a We're going to give credit for the 4th save already for Joey Topin. Again, this Stoughton team, 5 juniors, 5 sophomores, 10 freshmen, and just 1 senior. Pembroke.
That's called rebuilding a program.
Yes, it is. Driving in, crossing pass, shot.
Pavi, nice shot.
I think that was wide of the net. Behind the net for the Bombardiers, that's Gavin Bradshaw, just a sophomore. Long, low shot. And that found its way in.
Pembroke, Logan.
Logan with the goal, and I believe Bradshaw gets the assist on that.
Yes.
At least I'll put that in my stats. So that's 4-1 Bombardiers with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Bombardiers making some changes.
They seem to be controlling the ball, and I know what Coach Jim Black wants to see here is patience on offense, nothing crazy. Let's move the ball and let's stick to our offense.
J.P. Gay goes forward this time. Who's going to get that ground ball? Battling forward is Stoughton's Harding. And Stoughton comes away with their first draw control win for the Black Knights. Good work defensively by 23 Ross. But the Knights get it back. Left-handed blast blocked again by the defense. I think that was number 18 that time, Mason Kettle, a senior. Behind the net. Oh! And you got to wonder if Stoughton would have liked to have played the advantage as the pass went from behind the net to a cutter in front. Okay, but the penalty's on Stoughton, so no playing advantage there. Or the call on Stoughton.
I don't know what that call. I think someone might have stepped in the crease.
Okay. Big number 23, Ross gets it to the right to Conroy. Conroy down to Knudsen. Behind the net, 13, that's Bradshaw, left side. Pembroke up top. Driving to the right, sidearm shot.
Got it in the right top corner.
Pembroke with another goal there.
Is that a hat trick?
2-2-2-2-2. Yes, it is.
I guess his knee is feeling better.
Yeah. Now, is that Bradshaw on the assist? Or
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 13.
So twice in a row at 2:41. So twice in 61 seconds. Bradshaw finds Pembroke for the goal. So the sophomore connecting with the senior. And it's 5-1 Bombardiers, 2:41 to go. I think this is someone new at the X for the Black Knights. Coach Sean Rockwood taking his time getting his players out there. He'll use a long stick midfielder here. Another win for J.P. Gay. Gay, sorry. Wow, got that stuck in my head. The guy's called Gay. Sorry. There's number 15 for the Bombardiers, Landon Vieira. Good defense by one of the undersized Black Knights up front. Rolling to his left is Knudsen. Gets that back to Bradshaw. Rolling right, sets, fires, goal! So that time Bradshaw gets the goal, and we'll give D. Knudsen the assist. So Bradshaw's been involved in the last 3 goals. It's 6-1 with 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Well, they're moving their feet on offense, Kevin.
Yeah, they sure are. And you know what? They're getting to open spots, which is such a great thing to see.
Yeah.
And they're cutting at the right time. They're not sending too many guys in to muddle up the middle. Everyone's staying spread. And if you don't have it, you just roll back out and send the next guy through. And you keep the defense turning their heads on a swivel.
Yeah. I think lacrosse, cutting to the net in lacrosse might be one of the only sports where cutting is more important than cutting to the hoop in basketball. 7th face-off draw win for J.P. Say it with me, Gay. Up top, it's number 9, Shaw. To the left, back to Shaw, up top.
Conroy is going to let it run.
And that's going to be wide of the net. Bradshaw's the closest, though. Attleboro ball with 1:48 to go. Now, on those draws, where nobody can see what's going on except the two players at the X and the official, I assume breath mints are required.
Usually not. You want to upset the other guy.
Okay.
It's like centers in football.
Right. Shooting and scoring.
Vieira
with the goal, the assist to Brody Shaw. Landon Vieira, there it is. Led the team last year, his first goal today, 7-1 with 1:34 to go. And who did I give that assist to? Brody Shaw. To Landon Vieira, number 15. I wonder if that's the secret to JP's gay success at the X. He munches on garlic before the game.
Don't give away his secrets.
Here they set.
He's got that face-off down, pulls it right back to Vieira every time.
Nice effort by Aiden Lewis there, but JP, second effort, got the ball back. Long stick, Silva driving through, right-handed shot, and Silva scores!
That's his second goal of the year.
And Vieira with the assist. And Matt Silva finds the back of the net. That's the second long pole goal, I think, of this quarter for the ball. Oh, no, the first long pole shot was
first
by...
one. Yeah.
So it is now 8-1 Bombardiers, 1:21 to go. So that means 2 goals in 13 seconds. So that was Vieira to Silva.
It shows what happens when you have a good face-off guy at X.
And again, I remember in years past when Attleboro would be playing the Franklins and the Cantons of the world, they were on the other side of the 8-1 contest. Good battle by the Knights' Major Harding. But it rolls all the way back to Attleboro's defense, finally controlled by Ross. So Attleboro now with a 9-1 edge at the X. But there's a turnover. Nice play in the far side. Apologies, Stoughton fans. Can't see the number. Oh, that's Harding.
4.
Yep, Harding. Trying to pass to the cutter, stepping into the lane. I believe that's Ross. Aiden Ross.
Yep.
And he'll bring the defense into the offense with 49 seconds to go. High pass.
Catch by Shaw.
Yep. Brody Shaw rolling to the right, 40 seconds to go. Behind the net. Yeah. Knudsen gets it to Conroy. Back up top to Vieira. Vieira fakes left, cuts right, triple teamed, sees it. Nice pass, shot by Shaw is wide. Attleboro maintains possession with 23 left in the first quarter.
Bradshaw got the ball behind right now.
Trying to block the net up front. Good job defensively by number 1, Jackson Arnold.
Good hustle by Brody Shaw to save that before it went over the line.
Wow. Ground balls. Huge key to the game. And what did we say last year? Goals are skill, ground balls are will.
There's no truer words ever spoken in lacrosse.
Yeah. Arnold with a long pass. That gets away. Out of bounds, Attleboro ball. And that will end the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Kevin, thoughts, stories, anecdotes.
Yeah, I mean, Attleboro's doing everything they need to do. They're controlling the face-off X and getting it down into the offensive zone where they're settling it down and keeping the offense spread and looking for their cutters. They're not rushing anything, and just a great job. And the defense is just picking up every loose ball.
We'll be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Patton, who's coached both the boys and the girls here at Attleboro. Your daughter is the JV coach at Fian.
Yes, she is. Her second year there, and my son is the boys' JV coach at Fian. His second year there as well.
All right. Dave Angel is on camera. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. We normally have graphics on our live broadcast. They will be in place when we replay this on Channel 15. If you're enjoying this on the AACS YouTube channel, please feel free to leave a comment. Hit the like button. That makes our underwriters happy. And now subscribe to catch up with all of the Attleboro Blue Bombardier sports. We head to the second quarter, an 8-1 lead, a hat trick for Logan Pembroke. Matt Silver, Brody Shaw, Michael Sawyer, Gavin Bradshaw, Landon Vieira with a goal, Parnos with an assist, Landon Vieira with an assist, Gavin Bradshaw with 2, Dean, the K silent, right? It's Knutson?
Yeah.
With an assist, Shaw with an assist, Nate Conroy with an assist as well. Nate recently announced his commitment to play at Nichols College, home of the Bison. Makes a number of key plays that don't always show up on the box score. Had 9 goals and was one of the best playmakers on the team last year with a team-high 13 assists, one more than Landon Vieira. Attleboro now heading right to left. Nearly a good recovery by Aiden Lewis, and they're still battling for that ball. And that goes against the Bombardiers. So that's the second draw control win of the day for the Black Knights. 11:49 to go, first half. Black Knights with those big, wide numbers on their jersey with the white trim, so they look fantastic up close, but they're tough to read when you're an old guy at distance. Attleboro had a steal, but then they got it back. Shot out of the basket of number 17, Sean Rockwood. I don't think that
Picked up by Bissett. Nice ground ball by Austin.
There it is. I don't think that last shot made it through to Attleboro's goaltender, Ethan
No, I
Avalon.
think Ross blocked it.
Yeah, that'd be Ross's second block today. Bringing the defense into the offense is Vicente. That shot goes wide. The Knights will maintain possession. Did Avalon get a piece of that?
I think it was just wide.
Okay. And here come the Black Knights. From behind the net, that was number 22, Bryce Russo. Up top, that's number 3, Colin Grant. And you hear the Stoughton bench yelling, spread out. In the words of the great Mo Howard, spread out.
It's an errant pass over his head.
Unforced error.
You know what? Young teams have a tendency
Yeah.
to pack in front of the net because they just think that's where they need to be. And you know what? Stoughton will figure it out. They got a lot of young players. And at the varsity level, it's a different game.
Yeah.
You've got to keep spread out.
Into a triple team. Coming from behind. That was the forward from behind. Sorry, missed the number. I think it was 22, Russo. An attack player making good defensive play. Ground ball, trying to kick it forward. Still chasing after it. Nearly scooping up by the Black Knights was number 8, Lucas Norse. Still battling for it behind the net. 10-10 to go first half. 8-1 Bombardiers.
Now, Coach Rockwood's going to have something to say to his player about that. He went into it with a one hand to try to pick up that ground ball, and that's something we always preach from the bench.
Yeah.
2 hands on a ground ball.
Black Knights with the ball behind the net. I believe that's Sean Rockwood. Yes, it is. There's the cutter to the net, number 8, Norris, but he was covered nice by Attleboro's defense. Rockwood turns and fires, and we're going to give credit to Avalar for his first save of the day.
Good defense on that shot by Sean Marr. He had his stick right on his stick and kind of redirected it.
Sean Marr had an outstanding year in football for the Bombardiers at defensive end. On defense, and well, anywhere Coach Winter needed him on offense. Rockwood behind the net. His dad, Sean, played at South Shore Voc-Tech and then played collegiately at Mass Maritime, where your all-time favorite player, Freddie Wheaton, went. Oh, Freddie went to Coast Guard. That's right, Coast Guard. I knew it was something to do with the water. Rockwood with a left-handed shot, bounced over the net. Stoughton maintains possession. I was telling him about that play he made against Mansfield on the face-off, diving flat out with a long stick to keep the ball in by an inch.
Yep. Freddie's a good. I went to see him play. They played Wheaton College a couple of Saturdays ago, and I went to see him, so I got to talk to him after the game. And he only had 2 forced turnovers and 7 ground balls in the game.
Wow. Wow. Other than that, it didn't do much. But no, and then the freshman, I think Lyons picked up the ball after Freddie kept it in bounds. The break went the other way. Attleboro found the back of the net, and the comeback was on. Right side, is that 18 or 13? We'll go with Ferreira, 18. Behind the net, Rockwood. Spins, he's being marked by Kettle. That shot is wide, because again, Kettle would not allow Rockwood to get a square look at the goal. This will be Aiden Lewis starting for the Black Knights in the corner. 8:32 to go, first half. This is up top. Nice cut to the left, the shot. And that was out of the basket of number 18, Ferreira. Did Avalar get a piece of that? Or
it looked like he did.
It's his second save. Quick start. Pass in front, shot. And you hear the Stoughton bench, or we did anyway, yell, good shot. And that was number 4, Major Harding.
Stoughton's getting some looks right now because they're being patient. They're passing the ball well.
Major Harding. That is a great name for an athlete.
I like that name. It's like I was watching the Masters earlier. Maverick McNeely, Oliver. You got to be good if you name Maverick.
Really?
You better work out.
Nice steal as Jackson DeYezo, long stick midfielder, knocked the ball away from Keeney. Here's Parnos. Parnos being marked aggressively.
Nice pass to Vieira.
Vieira.
Off to Shaw.
Brody Shaw shoots. That's wide of the net. Good hustle by the freshman goaltender, Joey Topin, to maintain possession for the Black Knights.
Nope, I think they gave it to Dean. Dean can. Oh, no, they gave it back.
Yeah, I was going to. Okay.
Yeah, Dean thought he had it.
I was going to say, hate to disagree with the officials, but I thought the goaltender was closer there. It's such an easy game for the press box. There's number 1, Arnold, trying to work the give and go. I believe he got that back to Coppola. Turnover, here come the Bombardiers winning another ground ball. There's number 2, Austin Bissett. Same number he wears in football and hockey.
Yeah, he switched to short stick midi last year. He was a long stick.
Yeah. An Attleboro goaltender who's hurt right now. Beckett Stone. Beckett Stone, the top defenseman, probably top player on the Attleboro hockey team. He was partnered with Austin Bissett. And there's a late whistle. And someone's coming off, I believe. And that call's going to go against Stoughton with 6:54 to go. First half. No goals in this period. It's 8-1 Attleboro, which is how the first period ended. And sitting in the sin bin, I believe, is going to be number 1, Jackson Arnold. Junior defender. So the Bombardiers with a man advantage. Shaw. Right side, Parnos. Parnos, a good-sized lad. Up top, Brody Shaw. Thinks about the long shot, takes the long shot, that's wide. Closest to the ball is number 11, Dean Knudsen. One of 19, is it 19 seniors? 19 seniors on the Attleboro team. And
when this class was sophomores, we had 23.
Wow. Pembroke, shot, score! Pembroke with the assist.
Gavin Bradshaw with the goal.
Yep, and that's his second. First goal of the quarter. It's 9-1 Bombardiers. So Pembroke to Shaw. Shaw's second goal with 6:22 to go.
No, that was Bradshaw with the goal. 13.
What did I say?
Shaw. Just said Shaw. Brody
Sorry
Shaw.
about that. The assist was Pembroke. The goal, Gavin Bradshaw. Well, Bradshaw, Brody Shaw.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Gay guy.
I was going to say to the parents of J.P. Gay, it's not just you. People think it's easy being this stupid, Kevin, and they're wrong. They'll make it change. I get violation against Stoughton, so that goes as the 10th draw control win. J.P. Gay stays in and gets the assist on a hat-trick goal for Gavin Bradshaw. So how about J.P. Gay? The call goes against Stoughton, and he does not mess around. Immediately starts the attack, and it finds the back of the net. So the Bombardiers just scored 2 goals in 7 seconds.
You know what? The ref never even put the ball down on that face-off.
Wow.
My guess is that the Stoughton player didn't have a mouth guard.
Oh, wow. So Gay had the assist. Who did I say had that goal?
Bradshaw. Gavin, 13.
Oh, so the hat trick. So okay. Someone's going to keep track of this stuff. 6:15 to go, first half. J.P. Gay swipes the ball back. Who'll get there first with the long stick? It's
Bissett got it.
Yep. Tap.
Silva kept it in, and Bissett picked it up.
11-2 edge at the X now for the Bombardiers, which is nice work by Silva. Silva spinning to Gavin Bradshaw in front. Nice save. 5th save of the game for Joey Topin. But getting the rebound and finding the back of the net. Pavalos Parnos.
Pavi with a great ground ball.
That's an unassisted goal. So the Bombardiers went almost 6 minutes without scoring in this quarter, and now they have 3 goals in 32 seconds. 11-1.
Jordani Gachette, number 6, in for Attleboro on attack.
One of the seniors, number 10, Sawyer, is back in at midfield. His older brother was a defender. Good job by Major Harding.
Yeah, his brother Bobby's helping out with the team right now.
Oh. Well, and then they call that against Harding, so that goes the other way. On the right side, nice pass by Sawyer. Who's got that ball there?
Vieira.
Vieira, okay, up
to
top.
Pembroke.
Pembroke, long underhand shot. 6th save of the match for Joey Topin, the freshman. And again, Attleboro comes up with another ground ball.
Mikey Sawyer.
Yep. Nice spin move by Sawyer. Trying to block the passing lane. Big number 33, Devin Rossi Benson for the Knights. Near steal for the Knights, but Vieira has it. Shoots. I don't think that got through. Another ground ball pickup for Sawyer. 5 minutes to go, first half. Sawyer being marked by Xavier Vicente, gets past him, goes behind the net. That's Parnos. Ball's on the ground.
That's a push in the back. Nope, they're going to call it. Yep.
Well, I was going to say nice defensive play by Devin Rossi Benson, but you and the officials saw it more clearly.
Well, it was a good defensive play until he pushed the Attleboro player in the back. Got a little excited, got the ball, and tried to run him over.
Yep. Trying to battle through 74 players. All right, just 3, but still. That's number 11, Knudsen. Takes it behind the net, looking to hook up with Gachette. Gachette, big wrap in that right leg, number 6 in the white. Now Attleboro stacking the front of the net. Shot by Brody Shaw. 7th save of the game for Joey Topin. Approaching 4:00. Clock stopped with 4:09 to go. Parnos will restart. Does Parnos have a bigger role this year, Kevin, or is my memory just failing me and he was a big contributor last year?
He didn't have a big year last year.
Ooh.
He had switched from defense to attack last year.
Okay.
And so now he's got the starting role at attack.
Excellent. Long score!
Pembroke.
Gachette was in there. I believe Vieira with the assist to Logan Pembroke, who now has 4 goals, and it's 12-1 with 3:49 to go. So that's Pembroke with the goal, and that was Vieira with the assist. And if that's wrong, rewind it on the YouTube broadcast and make your own judgment. In at midfield for Stoughton, that's number 12 on the closest side to us, Bryce Russo. So we started the game at attack. Now, oh, I'm sorry, number 12. I don't have a 12 on my Stoughton program.
Yeah, 12's on the wing here.
Yeah, 22 is Bryce Russo. JP wins another one. 13 draw controls. Shoots. That was blocked. Was that a save? Or was
that was blocked.
Okay, blocked. Try to get it to Gachette. Fighting for the ground ball. Gachette stays with it. And coming away with it is Bissett. Bissett on the left side. Rolling up top. Has the ball knocked away, but stays with it. Good defensive work by Arnold. Shot is wide.
Pavi, first of the line.
Yeah. JP Gay still out there as well. And I want to get the number of the Stoughton player who was so close to getting there in time. I believe that's number 3, Colin Grant. There's Gachette. Waiting for the 6th player to join him on the offense there. And that'll be Pembroke. Gachette rolling right. You can tell he wants to shoot.
He wants a goal.
Yep.
He wants a goal.
Are we giving an 8th save to Topin, or was that wide?
It looked like it was wide.
Okay. Inside, 2:59 to go, first half. Here at Tozer Cassidy Field in Attleboro. Vieira. Again, Landon Vieira, team high. 45 points last year.
And he's only a junior.
Wow, Shaw. Parvos. Oh, Vieira, ooh. Looked towards the net before he had caught the ball, but comes up with a ground ball. Now it's down again in the crease. And I believe Topin jumps on that. Speaking of Freddie Wheaton, where are his brothers now? Johnny and...
Johnny is at Quinnipiac, and Harry...
The goaltender, yeah.
The goaltender. He spent some time in North Carolina teaching hang gliding lessons.
Oh, that's right.
Now he's in New Mexico. And I spoke to his mother at the Coast Guard game. For the summer, he's going to go to Montana.
Wow.
And he's living Harry's life.
Wow. Nice battle. Good work by number 9 for the Black Knights, Aiden Lewis. And finally, Stoughton comes up with that ball. Tough to read that number. It was either Ferreira or Omar Aloy. And there's a timeout with 1:55 to go.
I always said the goalie's always had a little screw loose.
Exactly. Harry Wheaton, varsity goaltender from his freshman year on. And
one of the best in the Hawk
yes.
for his 4 years.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Kevin and I are trained professionals, so we're aware that dead air means we're back on AACS 15 Sports. 1:55 to go, first half, 12-1. The Attleboro Blue Bombardiers against the rebuilding Stoughton program, which is exactly where the Bombardiers were about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, I know about rebuilding a program.
Yeah, you.
But you know what? He's got these guys playing hard.
Yes, he does.
That's all you can ask for. He's got a lot of underclassmen, and they're only going to get better each year. There's nothing like experience, especially at the varsity level and playing in the Hockomock League.
And defensively, they've knocked the ball free from Attleboro a fair number of times, but the Bombardiers, a little bit older and wiser, have come up with the vast majority of the ground balls. So that's step 2, but causing the near turnovers is step 1. Stoughton will start with the ball with 1:55 to go, heading left to right. The set on defense, sprinting by, long shot, and that's a goal. That's an unassisted goal for Major Harding. And he makes it 12-2 with one. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard. Did I miss something, Kevin?
Nope, it's a goal.
So it's 12-2.
I think it should be. I don't know. Did someone call timeout? Oh, there it is. It's up there now.
Okay, thank you. So an unassisted goal for Major Harding. 1:46 to go here in the second quarter, first half. We will be right back.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. You know, when you said former goalie Harry Wheaton was heading to Montana, I thought you were going to say to become a bungee jumping instructor. But
we're not sure what he's going to be doing. It wouldn't surprise me.
And then his brother Freddie at Coast Guard, there was something you said off the air that I think the listener should know, viewers should know.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, Coast Guard Academy played up at Wheaton College, so I went up to see him. I always love to see Freddie play.
Yeah.
And I met with his parents, and after the game, we met with the coach of Coast Guard, and he was just ecstatic about the type of player, you know, that Attleboro sent him.
Yeah.
You know, he's a third year at the Coast Guard, and he's the captain this year. And he's told me it was only the third time in Coast Guard history that they've had an underclassman as a captain.
Nice.
And he missed all last year with an ACL injury.
Wow.
And was still voted captain. That's just a testament to the type of person he is. Forget about player. And in the game, he only had 2 turnovers and 7 ground ball pickups in their win over Wheaton. It was so great to see him.
Yeah. Turnover caused. John is by far the sanest of the Wheaton brothers. Nice play by Stoughton's Xavier Vicente, but his pass fails to connect. Trying to see who's trying to link up with
Mason
there.
Kettle, 18.
Yep, nice play by Mason.
His sister had a real good game against Canton for Attleboro girls lacrosse.
That was number 18, Anthony Ferreira, who Vicente was trying to hook up with on that pass. Attleboro, good ball movement. Here comes Vieira streaking towards the net. They've got numbers left side. Shot, score! Vieira with the assist. Another goal, the 4th for Gavin Bradshaw. And Vieira taking the playmaker's role today with his 3rd assist with 48 seconds to go.
That's what a coach likes to see. You have one of your, your strongest offensive players out there. He could have taken that shot, and instead he drew a double team and passed it off to Bradshaw, who was open, and put it in the top corner. Is that his 4th or his 5th?
4th goal.
4th.
And he's also got 2 helpers. Taking the draw for the Black Knights will be Aiden Lewis against J.P. Gay. Before the game, JP was talking to the official. He prefers the ball to be placed on the exact point of the A. And he wins that face-off again. That's 15.
And he scores.
Wow. That's the unassisted goal for JP. So for Attleboro, that's 2 goals in 6 seconds. 14-1. Wow.
I always say goalies have a little screw loose sometimes.
Yeah.
And face-off guys are a little quirky. You talk about putting it on the point of the A.
Yes. He said because the point of the A is exactly equidistant to both wings, whereas if you put it inside the A, it's just about a foot or two farther from the right wing. Well, right wing this way, left wing heading the other way, but you get the point. And that's 16 draw control wins now for the Bombardiers. But again, that with a face-off after every goal, you know, when you see it in the Hawk, when the dominant programs are playing the lesser programs, there's a shot from distance, and that's the 8th save of the game that came out of the basket of Bradshaw, saved Topin. When it's so difficult to get possession, it's really tough to build a program.
Yeah, it sure is.
And, you know, basketball had a jump ball after every hoop until after the 1939 season.
Yeah, and you know when these kids play in the winter leagues indoor, you know, when they're getting ready, after every goal, it comes out, the goalie starts with it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm benevolence are that we're bringing that to this game. But no, basketball, you know, if one team had and this is back in 1939, one team had a 6'6" player, and there were about 4 of them in the country then.
Right. Did you have good seats for that game?
Yeah. Hey, my father at UVM, 1939, had the offensive rebound against Dartmouth, put it back in. They called an offensive foul on him, took it off the board. Dartmouth won by 1. They went on to the NCAA tournament. University of Vermont didn't, and they were eventually Dartmouth knocked off by Oregon, who won the 1939 NCAA championship. And the old man came this close from having that chance. We're at the end of one half of play, 14-2. I should give out my phone number if you want me to stop telling stupid Paul Healy stories. But just how sports have changed. My father, you know, 6'2", tall, skinny guy. He's in the Hall of Fame at University of Vermont because for 3 years, 1939 to 41, he was the starting shortstop in baseball and the starting center in basketball. I think those days
You're never going to see those again.
Yes, gone forever. We'll be back with second half action after this. Attleboro with a 14-2 lead over a gritty, hard-working Stoughton Black Knight squad. We'll be back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com. LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw, and other heating supplies to the people of North Attleboro. W.H. Riley and Son is still owned by the same family, but now delivers oil and propane and services your heating system and air conditioner. Today, like then, you can rely on W.H. Riley for all your heating and cooling needs. College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw, and other heating supplies to the people of North Attleboro. W.H. Riley and Son is still owned by the same family, but now delivers oil and propane and services your heating system and air conditioner. Today, like then, you can rely on W.H. Riley for all your heating and cooling needs. College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw, and other heating supplies to the people of North Attleboro. W.H. Riley and Son is still owned by the same family, but now delivers oil and propane and services your heating system and air conditioner. Today, like then, you can rely on W.H. Riley for all your heating and cooling needs. College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw, and other heating supplies to the people of North Attleboro. W.H. Riley and Son is still owned by the same family, but now delivers oil and propane and services your heating system and air conditioner. Today, like then, you can rely on W.H. Riley for all your heating and cooling needs. College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw, and other heating supplies to the people of North Attleboro. W.H. Riley and Son is still owned by the same family, but now delivers oil and propane and services your heating system and air conditioner.
Wire Interscholastic Sports called the last classroom of the day.
Timeout! For all your heating and cooling needs. College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw, and other heating supplies to the people of North Attleboro.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to
Riley
heating your
son
home.
Is still owned by the same family, but now delivers oil and propane and services your heating system and air conditioner. Today, like then, you can rely on W.H. Riley for all your heating and cooling needs. College football was introduced in 1869. 4 years later, William H. Riley and his son Elmer started providing coal, straw. All right.
Timeout.
Sorry, folks, had the wrong buttons pushed there. Sorry about those looping commercials. For the Bombardiers, we're at halftime. They lead 14-2 over the Stoughton Black Knights. Logan Pembroke has 4 goals and an assist. Matt Silva with a goal. Long stick goal. J.P. Gay in the face-off circle has won 16 of 18 draws. Coming into this game, he had won 38 of 51. So he had only lost 13 draws on the season, and 7 of those were against Canton.
Yeah, it was a tough fourth quarter for JP in that game. Canton got the best of him a little bit, and it showed because, you know what, Attleboro really didn't have the ball in the offensive end. That's how important face-offs are.
Yeah. Nate Conroy has an assist. Brody Shaw with a goal and a helper. Michael Sawyer with a goal. Dean Knudsen with a helper. 4 goals and 2 assists for Gavin Bradshaw. Landon Vieira, who's normally a shoot-first kind of player, he's got a goal and 3 assists today. Pavlos Parnos has a goal and a helper. Goaltender Ethan Avalar has 2 saves. For Stoughton, Xavier Vicente and Major Harding each have unassisted goals. Their goaltender Joey Topin has 8 saves on the day. For the Bombardiers, first game against Bridgewater Raynham, a 7-6 win. Sawyer, Vieira, Shaw, all with 2 goals. Cameron Willard found the back of the net once. Diesso, Shaw, and Pembroke each with a helper. Avalar made 13 saves in that game. J.P. Gay won 13 of 17 faceoffs. In a 10-1 win against Taunton, Brody Shaw led the way with 4 goals. Vieira, 2 goals and 2 assists. Conroy, Bradshaw, and Silva with goals. Parnos, Shaw, and Bradshaw with assists. In that game, Austin Bissett had 6 ground balls. Matt Silva did him 1 better with 7. 8 more saves for Ethan Avalar. J.P. Gay won 13 of 15 faceoffs in that one. And in the 11-5 loss to Canton, again tied 5-5 halfway through the 3rd quarter. Gay won 12 of 19 faceoffs. Avalar had 14 saves on 24 shots. Vieira with a goal, 2 helpers and a ground ball. Silva with a goal and 4 ground balls. What's 4 CTO, caused turnovers. Parnos with a goal and an assist. Diesso with an assist. Shaw and Willard. Cam Willard with goals. Sean Marr had 3 ground balls and 2 caused turnovers. Austin Bissett had 3 ground balls. Marr hasn't played as much today.
Yeah, he's been out there, but he's been effective out there too. I mean, you say, a Avalar with only 2 saves, and that's a credit to the defense.
That's true.
It's Sean,
Mason.
playing good. Mason,
Yep.
Silva. Who else is out
Aiden
there?
Ross drew the start
Aiden
today.
Ross, and Aiden Ross picking up 3 or 4 or 5 ground balls.
Yep.
Jackson Diesso, sophomore, playing great today and helping on the clears, and it's making it an easy day for Ethan.
I love Sean Marr in football his junior year, when I think he was a backup fullback or running back, and Attleboro in the first couple of games had a little trouble on the offensive line, and he went to Coach Winters and says, "Look, Coach, if you need help at the guard position, I'm willing to move." And the next practice, he was at guard, and he ended up playing starting guard for the rest of that season.
Yeah, and Sean was he wanted to play attack when he first started with me. And he's a big body, and defense is where he should be, and that's where he is.
In that face-off draw, taking for the Bombardiers, number 20, Drew Bissett, speaking of hockey players. And that goes to Stoughton. So in the first half, Attleboro had a 16-2 edge. Here in the second half, a 1-0 edge for Stoughton. And I think it's good to get Bissett in there, because someone's going to have to take over for J.P. Gay next year. There's number 17, Sean Rockwood. He'll take that behind the net. Has 11.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Long pass up top. That's on the ground, scooping up the ground ball. Drew Bissett. Drew has still got it. Long pass up ahead, gets by Conroy. Gets by number 11, Knudsen.
But he hustles to the line and picks up the ball.
Wow, Knudsen somehow beat Rossi Benson to the spot there. I think Rossi Benson thought it was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, and he just beat him right to it. Play to the whistle.
Yeah. Pembroke rolling up top. Gets a pick from Shaw. 10:50 to go. Nice defensive play. Ball's on the ground.
Oh.
Jackson Arnold knocked that ball free, and disagree with the call if you want, but nice play by Jackson Arnold to knock that ball loose. And this is a good sign for Stoughton. You're down 14-2, and they're not messing around. They're coming out and still playing hard.
And that's a credit to the coach and to the players.
Yeah. Bombardiers take advantage of the turnover. They're going to make me work here. Jackson Maynard, number 26, Gets it to number 11. Shot. That didn't make it through, did it?
No, it didn't. That was Dean Knutson.
Yeah. Might have been Rockwood with that block.
And he picked up his own
Yeah.
rebound.
If it wasn't Rockwood, it was number 7, James Keeney. Drawing in front, jumping, shooting, scoring. That number 26 with the goal.
Jackson Maynard, 26. Jackson.
With the goal and the player, and that's another assist for Landon Vieira. Wow, 4 assists for Vieira. And good job by Jackson Maynard, a freshman. And it's 15-2 Bombardiers with 10:05 to go, third quarter. Hate to ask this question out loud. Should have done it during commercial break. What are the running time rules currently in lacrosse?
It should be 10 goals in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Face-off win for Major Harding. Again, Major just a freshman. He's got a future. Long pass. Oop, little bit too high.
Yeah, you can see, Stoughton's been losing at the face-off, and they win a couple, and they get excited, and
Yeah.
they try to force things. That's where you get a turnover like that.
Now in the back line, Saeed Ismail, a senior, number 14. Talking about outstanding human beings. There's a bullet shot by Vieira, wide of the net. Closest is Knudsen. He'll take over. And again, normally Attleboro is where you'd see a different goaltender in the second half, but Beckett Stone, who's an outstanding goaltender himself, not dressed today. Oh, pass to the cutter too high, and I think we got to give.
Oh, they gave that a shot, so it's going to stay Attleboro ball. I think it was a pass. But
yeah, we got to give Topin credit for his 9th save. I think he tipped that. Yeah, he was trying to hit the cutter. 9:10 to go, third quarter. Rolling in front, Pembroke. Good work defensively by Xavier Vicente.
Oh, they got it. There's a flag.
Yep.
Got him a little up high.
Yep, Vicente and Arnold combining defensively there. And they did that a lot in the football field, too. Coach Rockwood getting some subs in there.
Now, if Beckett's hurt, I don't know if he pulled the JV goalie, if they have another one up, because Stoughton doesn't have a JV team, so there's only a varsity game today.
Yeah. Attleboro restarts. Right side. Whoops. Picks it up. That's Bissett. Pembroke. Up top to Shaw. Oh, there's Pembroke. Sorry. Attleboro wins another ground ball. Oh, nice. What a pass. Great pass from Shaw to Drew Bissett. Nice back-checking play defensively by the Tigers. Causes that ball to go wide. 8:37 to go. Oh, that's Conroy. Okay. I was confusing Conroy and Pembroke. Cross to Shaw. Turns. Fires. Score. Brody Shaw with a goal.
Oh, no, they didn't even call it.
No, okay, so that's a 10th save of the game for Joey Toppin.
Sure looked like the net moved.
Yeah. And that ball's out of bounds. Tracking that down, number 3, Colin Grant, a sophomore, which almost makes you an elder statesman on this Stoughton team. Grant restarts. Gets by Conroy, who couldn't go over the midfield line. Whoops, there's a little lack of communication. Rockwood with it now. Spins
nice
to the
move.
left, he has some room. Covered by 5 Bombardiers, the ball is down. And controlling it in the crease is Ethan Avalar.
One too many spins by Rockwood. He could have shot that ball.
And again, Avalar, 14 saves against Canton. 8 against Taunton and 13 against Bridgewater Raynham in that big 7-6 win.
Nice pass.
Beautiful crossing pass. Attleboro patient. Trying to get it to Brody Shaw, but that bounces by him. Turnover. 7:24 to go. Stoughton coming the other way.
It looks like Attleboro is trying to get everybody involved in the offense, and there's one too many passes there.
Yeah. More players come in. Number 12, Dylan Govey comes in for the Bombardiers. I think I saw him out there, yeah. Here comes Stoughton up the far side of the field. Vicente gets the pass up the right wing. Ball's down again. Trying to scoop up that ground ball. Helping out was number 20. Oh, 21's not in my program, rats.
Oh, nice play.
Yeah. Shot is wide. Good defensive work by Vicente.
Bissett to Conroy.
Yeah.
Hit Dean across the middle and just wide.
Yeah. 6:52 to go, third quarter. 15-2 Bombardiers. Just one goal this quarter. That came at the 10:05 mark as Vieira assisted on the goal by Maynard. Brody Shaw. Fakes left, cuts right. Whoops, pass a little bit behind Parnos.
Good hustle by Vieira.
Yep. Scooping.
Scoop that up before it goes out of bounds.
Pembroke behind the net. Uses the official as a pick there. Nice defensive play by Major Harding. Okay, remember that name, folks.
I was going to say, we've said his name a
Yep.
few times today. Oh, another forced error. Unforced error.
And getting back there defensively for the Bombardiers, Saeed Ismail. Long stick defender. Ooh, near steal. Avalar. Conroy gets it up ahead to number 3, Silva. Silva brings the long stick into the offense. Pass. Oh, Conroy passing across to Parnos. And that's another nice defensive play by Xavier Vicente. Gets it back to the goaltender, Joey Topin, who has 10 saves today. 5:40 to go, third quarter.
Hey, Vicente's playing a solid game for a freshman.
No, Vicente's a junior.
Oh, Vicente's a junior.
Yeah. A real elder statement. The only senior on the squad is Devin Rossi Benson. He's number 33, the defender there in the middle.
Oh, Topin's the goalie. I'm
Yes.
sorry. And he's a freshman.
Right.
That's who I was
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, okay.
I got the name wrong.
Yeah, he is playing well, 10 saves, yeah. And once again, to JP Gay's parents, see, it's not just you.
We can screw up any name.
Yes, we can screw up lots of names. Battle there at midfield. Good work for Stoughton by Keeney and Arnold, but Attleboro gets the ball back. Bouncing shot, 11th save of the game by the freshman Joey Topin.
It's a good pass by Pembroke to Dylan Govey for that shot.
Yep. And then trying to pass it over the net. Topin intercepted that pass that came out of the basket of Govey. 4:40 to go, third quarter. Whoops. Battling in the midfield. Stoughton coming away with it. That's number 3, Grant. But the ball is knocked down. Good work defensively by the Bombardiers, Ismail. And now he'll go back to the defensive side. Also helping out there defensively, Jack Moran, speaking of hockey players.
Attleboro's going to settle it down now, get some changes on offense.
Yep. Jack Moran will come off. Moran's sister, Maddie, I think her 3rd year starting at third base for the outstanding Attleboro softball team.
I think she had 5 RBIs yesterday, or 6 RBIs.
Against Milford?
Yeah.
Boy, that was cold by the end of that game yesterday. We did the boys' baseball game, but yeah. Vieira fakes the shot, passes to Parnos. Good work defensively by Arnold. But Parnos holds on. Gets it to Conroy. Nice backhanded catch by Nate Conroy. Cross pass, shoot, save by Topin, and he racks it up. Who's that over there who had that shot? Turn around. Oh, that was Pembroke with a shot. Bombardiers get it back right away.
Vieira.
Vieira, yes, defensively to Conroy. Parnos shoots.
Another
Great save by Toppin.
You talk about that backhand catch by Conroy.
Yeah.
You talk about how, a lot of things don't show up in the stat sheet.
Bingo.
He absolutely saves plays, picks up ground balls, loose balls, bad passes, and sets up his teammates. Perfect.
Yeah. Coach Black, again, not just a hustling player, a cerebral player. Kind of like Wayne Gretzky and Larry Bird always used to talk about. Don't react based on where the ball or puck is. React based on where it's going to be.
Yep.
And Nate Conroy has that skill down. And Attleboro has a man advantage here. Sorry, folks. I was talking hockey and basketball, and I missed who the call was on. You should really see it, Kevin, in soccer. There aren't many goals. Oh, there's a shot. We give it a save there, or did that bounce
That's a save.
Another save by Toppin. In soccer, where there aren't many goals scored at all, every time I start a stupid Paul Healy story, the ball ends up in the back of the net. Bouncing in front, trying to track that down, number 19, Omar Aloy, and he does get it to a teammate whose number I can't read. Ball is loose again on the ground.
Shaw.
Yep, Shaw with a ground ball recovery. Shaw fires. We are up to 15 saves for Joey Toppin. 2:42 to go, third quarter. Arnold taking the defense into the offense. Did we mention he plays football? He and Brody Shaw with a hit, but the ball comes loose. Vieira with a ground ball recovery. Conroy, Vieira. Oh, what a goal! Conroy and Vieira on the give and go, and describe that goal, Kevin.
Yeah, it was the old backhanded shot by Vieira, and that's the point guard, Nate Conroy, who could have taken that shot.
Yeah.
He was one-on-one with the goalie, and instead fed his teammate as a point guard should.
Yes.
Not should, but as a point guard does.
Yes.
I always wanted Nate to shoot more, but you know what?
Yeah.
If he gets the other guy's shots, that's fine.
Guess who else wanted Nate to shoot more? Jim Black last year in his first year. But he finally picked up on what you're talking about. You'd like him to shoot more, but he creates opportunities for so many others.
He's the unselfish and just a leader on that offense.
16 goals for the Bombardiers, 15 saves for Joey Toppin. And who's getting in the X here?
A 4.
Up.
2 4s.
Gay was back, against Harding. So 2-1 edge on the X here in the second half for Stoughton. Pembroke, a long shot wide of the net. 2:08 to go. Good hustle by Parnos. So overall in the game, it's a 17-4 edge at the X for Attleboro. Whoops. Getting ready, or coming back in, number 6, Giordani Gachette. And you mentioned during halftime how Gachette is one of those program players. There for practices. When he's on the field, other people have to hustle, and it's so good to see him get time in the varsity field.
Oh, it's awesome. He must be so excited, right? I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
He's just such a great kid. I had him since his freshman year, and he just shows up. The players all love him.
Harding with a spin. He tries to deliver a pass down low. Ismael breaks it up. Matt Silva scoops up the ground ball. Whoops.
And there's Conroy again.
Yes, again, where's the ball going to be? Parnos to the cutter, long stick, shot, score. Parnos with the assist.
Dylan Govey.
Dylan Govey with that long stick. Parnos' second assist of the game. He assisted on the second goal today. With 1:24 to go in the third quarter, it is 17-2, Bombardiers.
And that play started by an errant pass that was picked up by Conroy.
Yep.
And started the offense.
So Govey with the goal. Parnos with the assist. All right. Well, a full score sheet today, Kevin.
You run out of ink in that pen.
Oh, you want to see how old my sports bag is?
Do I want to?
Oh, yes. How much junk I have in here. Can I find it? I've got a floppy disk in there. Let's get back to the game. But yes, that's how old my sports bag is. I have a floppy disk in there.
You can use it as a Frisbee now.
Yeah. Face-off win for the Bombardiers. That was J.P. Gay again. 1:12 to go in this third quarter. Shaw up top. Now Gay will come off, and Giordani Gachette coming back on. And there's the ball in his basket.
I think this is going to go to the goal.
Yeah. Fights through 4 nights. Well, fought through 3 of them, but finally number 24, Tyler Silviero, knocked the ball away. Bringing the defense into the offense is Arnold, showing some speed, and now he'll come back to the defensive side. And here comes a new midfielder. That's 3, number Grant to the right side. Down low on the right. Sorry, folks, can't read that number that far away. I do think it's time for me to go back to the optometrist. I think I need a new prescription. Let's not make a list of things I need, though.
Well, I had my eyes done last year, and it's a game changer.
Rockwood knocked away from behind by Matt Silva, and he scoops up the ground ball. 5 seconds to go. Third quarter, gets it to the goaltender, Avalar. Avalar whips it the length of the field. That's a shot on goal, technically,
That's a shot
isn't it?
on goal.
That's the 16th.
As long as it goes out of his stick before the horn.
Yep. 16th save of the game for Joey Toppin. We'll be in running time in the third quarter. The Bombardiers lead 17-2 on AACS 15 Sports. And we're up here.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com. Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Finance.
All right, and we missed all of that because I still had the mute button on. Sorry.
Sorry, kids, I said good things about you. Blame Mr. Healy.
Yes. What part of New York is she living in?
She's down in the financial district, down like in lower Manhattan.
When we get a break, I got to tell you, I thought I was going to be an actor after I graduated Bridgewater State in 1980. And for a while, I worked in the financial district for hotline personnel, and it was my job to walk around the Wall Street area and look for people who looked like they were looking for a job, and then send them up to hotline personnel to try to hook them up. If they got a job through us, I got a bonus. That face-off, that's a third draw control win for Stoughton, as J.P. Gay committed some kind of violation there. Oh, thinking about the shot. Thought he was going to take that, driving to the net. Behind the net, that's 0-0. Andre Barros, who's in for Stoughton. Who's that on that side? That's 22 who just passed the puck, Bryce Russo. Up top, Rockwood. Long shot. Save. Third of the game by Ethan Avalar. First of the second half, and that was a tough one. Almost handcuffed him. Rockwood got a little something on that shot.
Yeah, he was stepping into that one and put it in a good spot, too low. And Avalar made a great save.
There's Sean Marr with a hesitation move and now sprinting up the right sideline. Up top, Pembroke, long shot. 17th save of the game for Joey Topin. But it's interesting, people will say, well, how do you know? How do you look for people who are looking for a job? I'll wait till the ball's out of play again. Vieira, Pembroke. Conroy spins. Conroy takes the shot. Conroy scores. Pembroke the assist. Conroy, Nate Conroy with the goal.
And he shot that with his right hand.
Yeah.
He's a lefty. He switched over right in front of the Stoughton player. And nice bounce shot.
So who did I say? Pembroke had that assist. To Nate Conroy. Clock moving. So we'll say he scored that with 10:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 18-2. But no, how do you tell someone's looking for a job? And there was a knack to it. Someone who was dressed nicely but conservatively, not too wildly, nicely, and looking at the numbers on the buildings because they're trying to find an address. And it was amazing how you could pick up on that. And, excuse me, pardon me, you looking for a job? How did you know? Believe me, there's a knack to it.
I'm a professional.
Yes. Sadly, I had more success doing that than I did as becoming an actor. Another face-off win for Major Harding. Scooped up on the far side, I believe. Whoops, if that's number 20, I don't have one on the program. Oh, that's 00, Barros. But it's
Sean Marr, another ground ball.
Yes. I think the reason we didn't call Sean Marr's name much in the first half is because he was doing such a good job defensively. Stoughton couldn't get the ball to whoever he was marking. Penalized for his success, Kevin.
Yeah. It's always a good thing.
Yeah. There was a defensive end rotation with Santos, Marr, and was it Alvin Kamara on the football team. And I never mentioned Kamara's name enough. I'd always go back and look at the games and oh, wow, that wasn't him. That was Kamara who made that play, and felt badly about that. Major Harding goes down to the ground ball.
That's call Austin for a push.
So. Yep. You know why they called Austin for a push there? He pushed him. I'm deep. I'm perceptive. I see things. 8:24 to go. Clock moving. Harding up top against Bissett, the Austin variety. Right side is at 18. Ferreira behind the net to the cutter.
Pass.
Rockwood. He
nice
shoots.
Save.
Beautiful save as Rockwood tried the same move that Vieira scored on. That behind the head, behind the neck shot.
Didn't fool Ethan. Stayed right with it. You keep your eye on the stick.
And again, Ethan didn't play last year, huh?
No, he didn't play last year. There's a flag on the play.
Shot.
That's a penalty against Attleboro.
Wide of the net as Rockwood made the pass to Ferreira. Shot went wide, and heading to the sin bin is Matt Silva. Clock moving, inside 7:40 to go now. Man advantage for Stoughton. And you know what? I'm rooting for Stoughton to score here. Coach Rockwood trying to build a program. You know how tough that is. You got the ball rolling for Coach Jimmy Black, and he's taken it. He's taken over and continued to moving it forward.
Yeah, I would look for Rockwood, 17, to get a shot. He's going to shoot it right now.
And that's a save. 5th save of the game for Avalar. Behind the net, Ferreira. Shot, score! Ferreira with the assist. No, Ferreira with the goal. 22 with the assist. Russo with the assist. Ferreira with the goal. And a man advantage goal for Stoughton. It's 18-3. So Ferreira finds the net after the nice feed by Russo. And we'll say that goal at 6:45. 6:45 to go.
Jackson Maynard in for the face-off again.
The other midfielder, number 22, Jack Moran.
Jack Moran.
Who's on the other
looks
side?
like we got Jackson Dieso, 17.
Ah.
All the underclassmen out there right
Yeah.
now. I think there's a freshman and 2 sophomores.
Ball still being battling for. Nice job by Tyler Harding. Coming away with it was Colin Grant. Blindsided.
Conroy.
Yeah, not known as a hitter, but wow. So Stoughton with a 5-2 edge at the X here in the second half. We're inside 6 minutes to go. Don't worry, folks. Someone will pick it up eventually. Jack Moran scooped that ground ball up. It's knocked free again, and here come the Bombardier. Whoops, no, here comes Stoughton. There's Sean Rockwood. Also on the football field, Rockwood's got a hell of an arm. Driving to the net. What number is that? That's number 10. Nico Grajeda.
Threw it away.
Oh. Trying to connect with that number 8, Lucas Norse, who started this game at midfield.
They got Bradshaw, Pavi, and Pembroke on attack now. It's Nate Conroy left after that hit.
Silva, nice spin move by Brody Shaw. Back pass, Pembroke. Inside 5 minutes to go. Pembroke fakes, goes to the right, draws the double team. Goes behind the net to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's had a great game, 4 goals, 2 assists. Into the shoes of Parnos. Nope, I'm sorry, that's 29. Oh, Jabril Ismail. Is that Sajid's younger brother?
That's his brother, yep.
.4:15 to go, clock moving. Bombardiers restart. Shaw. Behind the net. Who's that? That's number 13, Bradshaw. Backs off. He's being marked by Vicente. Okay, does he get credit for a ground ball there? Because that was just padding his stats.
It's like the basketball and rebounds in basketball.
Right, exactly. Crossing pass. Getting a stick on that was Barros to cause a loose ball, but once again, the Bombardiers come up with that. Another save, 18th of the game for Joey Topin as he protects the top left corner. Ground ball for the Bombardiers. Drew Bissett gets that. Oh, look at that underhand pass by Vieira. Bounces to Pembroke, low shot, score! Logan Pembroke with his 5th goal, and Vieira with his 5th assist.
That's unselfish play right there.
Yeah. And the clock moving, we'll call that with 3:20 to go. So Vieira with his 5th assist. I wonder if that's a career high. And Pembroke with his 5th goal, 19-3.
Joey Santos on the wing, number 27.
Joey, a junior.
His father's the soccer coach for the girls here
Steve
at Attleboro.
Santos, yeah. Also one of the top 3 goaltenders in Attleboro boys soccer history. And again, I've been talking to Steve for years covering the girls soccer game, and it wasn't until last year that Peter Pereira gave me a soccer record book. Are you kidding me? Steve Santos was that good? Up there with Tyler Rocchio and one name I can't remember as the best goaltenders in the history of Attleboro soccer. Look at that pass. But the shot never got through. Turn around. Who is that number? That was a nice defensive play by Devin Rossi Benson. Ground ball. Rossi Benson knocks it ahead. Catching it on the dead run and bringing the defense into the offense is Jackson Arnold. Lowers his shoulder. Huge collision. I don't have a number 30 in my program, but that ground ball pickup going the other way, Sajid Ismail. Yep. Crossing pass. Oh, slips under the stick. Is that Santos?
That's Bradshaw.
Nope, that's Bradshaw, yep. Bradshaw shoots.
Another save.
Only his 19th. 19 saves for Joey Taupin. 1:43 to go. Clock moving. Out of bounds. Good hustle by Anthony Ferreira. Couldn't quite come up with it. Ismail restarting it. Landon Vieira. Is that wide? Or was that? I think that was the 20th save of the game. I will say this for Stoughton. Again, their second year as they resume their varsity program. We're approaching 1 minute to go. The passing and the stick work, needs some improvement. Going after those ground balls needs some improvement. Hustle is not the issue with this team.
No, at all. And you know what? That other stuff will come.
Yep.
It's a young program. Some of these guys, a lot of freshmen on the team.
Yep.
They used to play in youth lacrosse where, it didn't take much to get a ground ball.
Yeah.
It's just different at the varsity, especially in the Hawk.
Oh, there's a squeeze, double team defensively.
But they're going to get experience that you can't put a price on.
Right. My football coach used to say that one play in the varsity field is worth 10 plays in practice. Good defensive work by Saeed Ismail. Pass. Landon Vieira. Scroots scores! Vieira with the goal. He's got the hat trick, and Sajid Ismail is in the program with an assist, and that's it. There's the final buzzer as the Bombardiers prevail 20-3 over the Stoughton Black Knights. Logan Pembroke, 5 goals, 2 helpers. Silver with a goal. J.P. Gay, a goal, an assist, and 17 draw controls today he had. I believe he only lost 3 or 4. Nate Conroy with 2 assists, a goal, and a bunch of plays that don't show up in the score sheet. Brody Shaw with a goal and a helper. Sawyer with a goal. Knutson with a assist. Dylan Govey with a goal with that long stick midfielder look. Gavin Bradshaw, who was the surprise to me today, 2 assists, 4 goals. Sajid, am I saying Sajid's name right?
Yeah, Saj. We call him Saj.
Okay. He had an assist there in the final goal. Landon Vieira, 3 goals and 5 helpers. And Pavlos Parnos with 2 helpers and a goal. Jackson Maynard with a goal. Goaltender Ethan Avalar, 5 assists. For Stoughton, 20 saves for Joey Topin. A goal for Friera, Major Harding, and Xavier Vicente, an assist for Bryce Russo. Kevin Patton, final word.
Yeah, you know what? I think Attleboro did exactly what they needed to do today. They stayed disciplined. They won the ground balls. They won the face-offs. They made good passes. Nothing unselfish. The Stoughton team played hard right until the final whistle.
Yep.
It showed in that fourth quarter where they were attacking ground balls, getting shots. There's a good future for that team, but Attleboro did exactly what they needed to do today and move on and continue their schedule in the Hawk.
All right, I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Patton. Dave Angel's been fighting the breeze up on top of the press box on camera. Jim Jones is our engineer in charge. Thanks most of all to the most important part of the equation, you, the viewers who chose to join us today on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at Barrows,